Hello everybody and welcome to the Spring 2016 anime seasonal preview discussion for Team Not Melting Jelly. That was an intro. I am of course as always, joined by the lovely, wonderful, Australian Mr. Animelting.
Hello, that's me. I'm Australian and Animelting. Hi.
And usually I would be introducing Alain right now, but instead I am introducing you to Mr. TenseiTwister. Ooh, boo, boo, boo.
Hello.
That was my air horn impression.
I'm not Alan. I'm sorry. He can't be with us right now. I guess it's kind of only pertinent for me as the new person to explain what's going on. Some of you might be like, "Where's Alan? Oh no!" Give me a sec. So, this is only a temporary thing. I'm literally covering for Alan. I think I can safely speak on his behalf when I say he's really sorry that he can't be here. The simple fact of the matter is he's just not that into anime at the moment. I mean, anyone who kind of follows him socially will probably know that already. He's just not feeling up to it right now. Anyone who caught the latest Okko knows that he's taking a break from that as well. So simply in a drive to try and ease himself slowly back into it, he's just taken a big step back from everything at the moment. So Back a Shift will return. Team Back a Melting Jelly will be reunited in the future. But right now, I hope that you'll put up with me. I'm Cam. Nice to meet you.
I'm Cam.
TenseiTwister, like, favourite, subscribe, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, Facebook.
Yeah.
Tumblr. If anyone doesn't know who I am right now, which I'd be surprised by, I mean, Okko's a thing, and I pretty much invade these guys' channels all the time. I do merchandise reviews, I also talk about manga and stuff. My channel's going through some pretty big changes at the moment, but I hope you'll have a look.
It's good.
Should we talk about anime now?
You might remember
Cam
from such videos. You might remember Cam from such videos as reasons why Haru's the best.
That video is great.
Where he cried on a sofa clutching a Dakimakura. So
hang on, I'll reenact the scene now. Makoto!
It was a good a good time.
It's worked out. It's pretty good timing actually, because Alan's kind of fallen out of love with anime at the same time that I've really gotten back into it, or I'm trying to get back into it anyway. So like, I don't know as much as he does, but I hope I'll be able to bring some special flavour.
It's just a bit of a. It's like we've mixed some different flavours of juice into this nice juice that we have made.
Mine and Alan's tastes are quite similar anyway.
Yeah.
The only difference is I don't abhor CG.
It's practically the same
So
person.
it'll be very different here.
I make just as many bad puns. So
I don't know about that. But let's talk about anime, because I'm really excited to talk about the first one, which is the new series season of Beyblade Burst.
you guys don't understand. We've been like getting ready to record for the past hour, and literally all that Evie's been saying is, "I just want to talk about Beyblade, guys.
Yeah.
Hurry the fuck up. Let's talk about Beyblade."
Can you make your tea? So, Beyblade Burst is a new series of Beyblade. It's a new generation of Beyblade based off of a new series of toys called Beyblade Burst. So it's the Burst series of Beyblade, basically.
Are these ones made of metal?
Yeah.
No.
What are they made of this
so.
time? What's Burst?
I don't know.
Made of
So
really shooken up soft drink.
yeah, if you need some history on Beyblade, there was the first generation of Beyblade, which was called Beyblade, which was based off of the toys Beyblades. Then there was the second series of Beyblade, which was called Beyblade Metal Fight, which was based off of the Metal
V-Force
Fight.
and G-Revolution and the other one.
No. That I meant generation, not series. Sorry.
Okay.
The second generation of Beyblade toys were Beyblade Metal Fight toys, and they had an anime to go along with that, which was called Beyblade Metal Fight. They had Bay Wheels, but we don't really talk about Bay Wheels. There was
No
also
one talks
Shogun
about
Steel,
Bay
but
Wheels.
that falls into like the Metal Fight series. So this is a new series, new generation, new characters, new everything.
I am strictly under the impression that Abby doesn't actually like this franchise. She just really, really likes saying the word Beyblade. No, actually,
This one's
just
still Beyblade!
mentioning Beyblade
Ew.
makes me regale a story from when I used to work in a toy shop, which was several years ago now.
Beyblades.
I was security, so I was at the front door, and this little old lady, bless her, comes up to me and goes, "Excuse me, young man, I'm looking for the Beyblades." You're looking for some porn, love. You're not going to find that in here. And I was,
dear.
man, it took me like 5 minutes to go, "Oh, Beyblades! They're over there, mate."
But then you
I
just
like,
pointed
I'd like to
towards
think
the
that you
red
actually
light
went, "Oh,
district.
mate, I got you. I got you, mate."
It was just,
Um,
it was amazing.
So, I don't know what to say about this, to be honest, because, like, every season, every time something comes up, like
Yeah.
when Yu-Gi-Oh! Comes up, when Digimon comes up, when Pokemon comes up, I'm always like, man, Beyblade's really good. And now that I finally have a reason to talk about Beyblade, I don't really know what to say,
drawing a
because I think I'm one of those people that's like the first generation with, you know, Kai,
Yeah.
Ray, Tyson, Max, and Kenny, and whoever. That will always be my favourite Beyblade. But I didn't, like, completely hate what I saw of Metal Fight.
Really?
Um,
I was not on board with that series. I really hope this one is a return to form, because maybe it's because I just
I
watched
didn't hate it. I will say I didn't, like, love it like I loved the first three seasons.
There is a certain character in
Mainly
that show.
because of Benkei.
Yes.
Benkei.
Right.
It's
Fuck that
Benkei, isn't
guy.
it? I know it's Benkei.
I mean, that's all I'm going to say about Burst, yeah, is I'm looking at this piece of promotional artwork and what is going on with that kid's hair. Like, I know that's that's a pretty general anime-related question you could ask. Like, just look at Yu-Gi-Oh!
He's a
But-
kids show protagonist.
But is he
He's
like
so he
gotta
has to look
stand
a
up.
bit
the
goofy.
yellow circles? Is that
Yeah.
like a hairband that he's wearing?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Like a nice little hairband. I don't know the guy's name.
He seems to have like a scar on his
Trevor.
face. I feel kind of sorry for him.
Trevor.
Trevor.
Is that Trevor?
Because all of them have to have
Trevor.
the first name beginning with T. So Tyson, now Trevor.
No,
Well,
clearly his name is
Gingo was
Takara
also in the
Tomy.
middle of that somewhere.
True.
It's not like
great.
Yu-Gi-Oh! We're not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. But yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on Beyblade?
It's Beyblade, isn't it? That's the
Beyblade.
only thought that I really have. My only experience with Beyblade is like watching the old school like English dub of the original series on Toonami. So
Dude.
Which-
Did I ever tell that story on Team Melting Jelly where I watched the dub of original Beyblade and then I went and watched the dub of Metal Fight Beyblade and I didn't know if there'd be any crossover between the two series. I was assuming no. But they introduced a character by his voice and they used the same voice actor as Kai and I was like, no!
oh my
You're doing this
I've
to
got a
me
name
now.
for our
And then it
main
was a
character,
completely different character. It's a completely different character. I was so sad.
I've got a name for our main character.
Oh, do you?
His name is Baruto.
Baruto.
Essentially Naruto for B at the front. Baruto Aoi. 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 How do you pronounce that one?
Baruto.
Barry.
Baruto.
It'll be
Barry.
romanised to Barry.
Let me have a look on
Or Bart.
good old
My
Mal.
anime list.
Beyblade Burst.
I didn't know there was a
Boruto.
promotional video.
And there's an
Yeah, man, that's
antagonist
been
with
out for
white
months.
How did this one slip by me?
hair. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's been everywhere.
Watching it right now. Breaking new ground.
Baruto. Owie.
This one
Someone's
looks like
Um,
I'm going to say this again. Someone's drawn on his face with a marker. I'm not sure I'm pleased with that.
I want it to be like the first. I want it to be what Pat said, like a return to form and stuff.
yeah.
Like, I want it to be as good as the first season, but then I also remember that they introduced, like, one of the worst characters in the first generation, being Daichi in G-Revolution.
I didn't mind Daichi.
Oh, I hated him. I hated everything about him.
I didn't like that he stole so
Voice,
much
his
screen
presence,
time.
just-
Right.
Oh.
I know that I ragged on the main character for looking a bit silly, but the actual character designs for everyone else are pretty cool.
Oh, you mean like
Beyblade's
the
cool,
antagonist,
man.
white
We
hair,
should-
maybe
we should
best
all
friend,
watch
rival
Beyblade.
guy?
We should all watch Beyblade.
Yeah.
All of it.
There's a bloke
I,
with a
I
sword.
want to I desperately want to do like original series Beyblade for Rocco, but it's not on UK Crunchyroll, so we can't. Alright, I think I've done.
I think you've gone maybe a bit astray.
Is that a reference?
Like,
oh.
It's a segue. I gotta take it somehow. Like, Bungo Stray Dogs from Studio Bones.
It's Boness.
Studio Bones, who are doing like 70 different things this season, I swear.
Shall we read about what it's about? Because
yeah, we're gonna try and do
no
synopses, there you go.
Synopsis.
Go on then, Pat.
Alright. Oh god, I forgot how bad I'm at pronouncing things. Nakajima Atsushi was kicked out of his orphanage and now he has no place to go and no food. While he is standing by a river on the brink of starvation, he rescues a man whimsically attempting suicide. Oh, dark. The man is Dazai Osamu, and he and his partner, Kunikita, are members of a very special detective agency. They have supernatural powers and deal with cases that are too dangerous for the police or the military. They're tracking down a tiger that has appeared in... Let's scroll down. Lost my place. That has appeared in the area at this current time. That's where the sentence ended.
Okay.
The tiger seems to have a connection to Atsushi. And by the time the case is solved, it is clear that Atsushi's future will involve much more of Dazai and the rest of the detectives.
So, this, for me, I'm just gonna get in there straight away.
You go.
This show does two things that I really like, but when you put them together, I really, really like them, which is superpowers and detectives.
Oh, I thought you were going to say mysteries and tigers.
Mysteries, tigers. No, right. Tigers and whimsical suicide. No, so, as well as anime, I'm a big fan of comic books. And one of my favourite comic book series in the past was X Factor. Now, probably, if you think X Factor, you're probably thinking like Simon Cowell and all the talents and people singing and whatnot. But no, X Factor is a group of X-Men, like mutants, led by Jamie Madrox, who is the Multiple Man. So it's all these mutants with superpowers and stuff. And they're a detective agency, and it was the coolest shit.
Yeah.
So, already I want to watch this, because that was pro.
You're just like, if that's like this, then this is going to be good.
Because, well, it has, like, I guess it has this perfect marrying of, like, a detective story, which has all the suspense and, like, oh, what's going on, the mystery and the intrigue. And then, at the end of it, when you find out who the bad guy is, you can have a massive Barney with superpowers. Just the best!
Watch, Venus versus Virus?
I did not. But
Sort
the
of
opening
similar
was very
setup.
good.
Yeah. Similar thing with a detective agency and supernatural powers, but this one looks like it's got a proper mystery set
I was gonna
down,
say, this
like
one
they were
looks-
saying it's part of it, so...
It's not, because I find this is one of my issues that I have with anime in general over the past, like, several years. It's not too cutesified. So, you know,
Main character
basically
looks wicked.
Yeah, the entire cast isn't made of, like, prepubescent girls. That's kind of the point that I'm getting at, I guess.
He's got a necktie on, he's got some wicked gloves.
Yes, he's got some suspenders. He's proper, like, knows what he's doing.
And everyone
he's got
else has
fingers
got a
gloves.
trench coat on. So it's just like, it's
he's
great.
badass.
Looks good.
It actually looks like it's going to be really good. I hope it's really
Stray
good.
Dogs. Bungo.
Do you want to say some stuff about who's involved in the creation of Bungo Stray Dogs, Ebby? Please tell me more.
You may know that I am a fan of the anime Star Driver. And this has the same writer and the same director as Star Driver. So
Captain Earth.
I'm excited because I love Star Driver, but apparently not a lot of people really liked Captain Earth, and it's also the same director and writer that's behind Captain Earth, so
But also,
take that what you will.
It's the same director who did Soul Eater.
You love Soul Eater.
I really like Soul Eater. The anime had a bit of a wobbly ending, but you could say that about pretty much any anime ever. So I kind of give it a pass on that one. But I love the direction of Soul Eater, just like the way that the action kind of played out and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, maybe it'll have
crazy
a really
wicked.
good
So, yeah,
action
if there's some glimmers of that in there, I'd be very happy indeed.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this like immediately. I'm gonna see if it's like available for legal streaming, and then I might watch it.
If it, yeah, oh definitely, yeah. Hopefully it will be. I mean, it's a Bone series, and most of them get picked up. So,
Yeah, they either get picked up by Viewster or Crunchyroll, so
and
I'm hoping it gets picked up because I want an excuse to watch more Bone stuff. So that would be nice.
well, like streaming
Should you have a
services
goal
seem
to like
to be
watch
getting,
all of them at some point?
just have
I
a
would,
crazy
but-
Bones marathon.
The Bones have done a lot of stuff.
True. Yeah, I feel like streaming services, particularly in the UK, are getting better and better by the day. They're still nowhere near like America's standards, but we're getting there slowly. It's taken a long time, but
Yeah, going back, Beyblade. Yeah, come on. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to say about Bungo Stray Dogs?
It looks good. I
Yeah.
like it.
I'm
The
definitely
voice
going to
of
check it out.
the voice actor for Desire, the guy who has the whimsical suicide, is also the voice of Death the Kid. So
More Soul Eater connections there.
Wait,
yeah,
Death the Kid, wasn't that Mamo?
yeah.
No, was it? Oh,
It's
so
Mamo.
it is.
I didn't
It
look
was
at the name.
Mamo, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
So-
was Mamo, yeah.
So
Mamo's in this one.
Mamo's in this as
Mamo
well.
is
So
here.
that's an instant win then.
See, we're 2 shows into this season and we already have a Mamo show. It's a good season. It's a good season. It's way better than last
Almost
season.
flew under the radar. I had to check that out.
Yeah, I never would have checked that, to be honest. But let's move on so we can get through everything in good time. Being, Cam said he hated cutesy things, so I decided to put Kumiko on this list, which
Which is
I
an
believe is a
action
slice of
horror
life.
featuring a
Oh.
pursuit of a girl by a bear.
Action horror.
Yeah.
I don't think that's totally true.
Wait, what?
Really?
Where are you looking?
I'm making shit up, so it seems
It's a-
silly.
Okay, because it says to me comedy seinen, so
Yeah.
Action
horror.
I genuinely believed you for a second there. Action horror. Could have been, I don't know. So, Cam, how about since you love shows like this, you give us a little bit of a rundown?
okay. The story follows Machi, a middle school student who serves as a shrine maiden at a Shinto shrine, enshrining a bear in the recesses of a certain mountain in Japan's northern Tohoku region. Machi's guardian is a talking bear named Natsu. I
Yeah.
can see why you like this already. And one day, Machi says to Natsu, it's Natsu from Fairy Tail, wicked. I actually like it now. I want to go to a school in the city. The worrywart Natsu then gives Machi, who is ignorant of the ways of the world, a set of trials that she must pass in order to be able to survive in the when she gets to the city, is that when it becomes a horror?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
It just like becomes really dark.
Right. From the synopsis, I think you might be able to see why I put this on the list.
It's
I
got
like
a bear
bears,
in it.
And it's got a big bear in it, and
Now-
he's big and orange, and he looks adorable.
The big question I have to ask you, Ebby, is you like bears. Did you enjoy Yuri Kuma Arashi?
I didn't actually watch it,
Probably for the best.
which is really surprising, because I really liked Mawaru Penguin Drum, which is like the not prequel. This was sort of like the successor that wasn't a sequel, I think.
I watched like 2 episodes of it. John, my flatmate and everyone's friend, has watched more, and I have it on good authority that the entire thing just makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
On the topic of bears, did you watch Gambo? Part of the short piece, like mini movies? Probably best not to watch that one either.
Are you just recommending me bear things that I shouldn't watch, because I feel like that's what's happening?
Well, it's bear versus demon, so it gets a bit blue. Not blue, rough.
Basically, what we've said is, here's a show, it's got bears in it, don't watch it.
Well, I want to point out that the writer for this one, one of the writers, there's 2 writers, one of them's done nothing, but the other one did Barakamon, which was awesome, and this seems like it's kind of relevant. Well, Barakamon seems kind of relevant because they seem to be sort of like the same kind of feel that it's going for, with the northern, with the like rural atmosphere and setting and stuff. And it's got a bear in it, so
And it's
why
got a
not?
bear in it.
And of course, I had to put this on the list because it's by Kinema Citrus, and I always love saying Kinema Citrus. So,
Cinema Citrus.
Cinema Citrus. Oh,
It's got a bear in it.
Kinema Citrus, stop
Got a bear
believing
in
me.
it. You know
That's
what
it.
might
If they did
have a
the
bear in it, but probably doesn't.
They should do that, like, just for the PV. They should just be like, Kuma Miko! It's got a bear in it!
They should have. That would have been a great
And
PV.
then
I'll watch
Ebby
it.
would still watch it.
Yeah. I probably would have been more excited about it if
Yeah.
that was the PV.
So,
Anyway,
so-
moving on to something that doesn't have a bear in it, but it's something that Pat really wants to talk about.
I do.
It's Sakamoto Desu.
Which is also known as quite a few things. Haven't you heard? My name's Sakamoto. It is.
Oh, yeah, is this the one that's just like,
It's
this guy is,
amazing.
like, awesome?
He is the best.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Have you read it?
I haven't read it, but I read the synopsis the other day, and I was like, this just sounds, like,
Alright.
mental.
For everyone out there, it is 4 volumes long. It's not very long. It's completed. It is a fantastic read. I did a post on Twitter, and just like Sakamoto defies expectations at every turn. It's just one of the most fun reads I've had this year.
Why don't you tell us the synopsis, Pat? What is it
Okay,
about?
I will.
Good segue. Good
First
segue.
year high school student Sakamoto isn't just cool, he's the coolest. Almost immediately after starting school, he began attracting everyone's attention. The girls love him, and most of the boys love him. Oh, or resent him. I read that wrong.
You wanted it to say that.
It's, well, if you read the manga. There's even a boy in class who works as a model, but who is constantly upstaged by Sakamoto. He upstages him. I read that badly again. No matter what tricks the other boys try to play on him, Sakamoto always manages to foil them. No matter what difficulties Sakamoto encounters, he moves through his high school life with confidence and class, and he freaking does. I read it all in maybe 2 sittings. I had to stop at one point to eat food, so that was the only reason I would stop reading Sakamoto.
Isn't that technically one sitting then? It's a one sitting with the
Well, I
break.
had to get up,
Oh, okay.
so the sitting
I
technically stopped.
count that as one sitting.
Okay. One sitting I finished in.
It just sounds more impressive that way.
This guy, normal high school student, except everything he does is to the extreme. There's this one great frame where everyone's cleaning up around the classroom, and he's just holding 2 brooms on his hand, and dust starts falling down, and someone goes, oh, he's cleaning where no one else can clean. He's just that epic.
It's amazing.
Sounds like it's actually quite a good manga. And maybe you'll be
Yeah.
able to help me with this. The director has worked on shows like School Rumble and Danshi Kokosei no Nichijou and the Magical Boys show from a few seasons ago.
Would
you say that-
I've seen that one.
Daily Lives of High School Boys.
I've definitely seen that one. Okay, this director is a pretty good director. If you've seen Daily Lives of High
Think he's
School
a good-
Boys, it's a
Do you think
really
he's a good director for Sakamoto Desu?
good director for Sakamoto. I'm a little worried about the studio dean. Who,
Infamous Studio Dean.
We've had lengthy discussions about Dean in previous chats about shows, and the general consensus is they don't do too many great things regularly. But
When they do good
yeah.
things, it's great,
yeah.
but it's not very often that they seem to do them.
Anymore. There's another show we're going to get to in my video that will prove the rule that sometimes Studio Dean do silly things.
Are you sure
But-
it's in your video? Because we've got another Studio Dean thing, a couple things down on mine.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, okay, that one's in your video.
Okay, you'll
Sorry.
find out sooner than you think.
Sooner than
Drama.
you think. Coming soon. After the next one. But I'm hoping because it's a completed manga, I mean, they've got perfect source material. They don't need to do any silly stuff. They can just adapt what they've got, and what they've got is gold, so go ahead with it.
Sounds like it's quite, like, you said it's only 4 volumes long, is that right?
Yeah.
So it's quite short as well, which is pretty good. Like, as a show like this, like, obviously the premise is kind of a single... It's the whole one joke thing.
Yeah.
Like, Sakamoto is the best, and he upstages everyone, and he's amazing. But it sounds like they keep it short, like, well, I can assume that they keep it short and sweet. I take issue with a lot of shows and series that the premise is one joke, and then it just runs forever and ever and ever.
I feel like if I were to compare it to another anime, I'd say it's really like Cromartie High School.
Okay.
Because that one had like
Good.
consistent jokes going on through it, and
Yeah.
it was a similar setting. And a lot of
I've
the
never seen
bullies in this
Cromartie High
series, it's a good series. I recommend it.
I will
Yeah.
try it out.
If I were to compare it to something, I'd say Cromartie High School is a good comparison.
And it's a pretty prestigious comparison to have as well.
Yeah, Cromartie is held in high regard. Pretty
Yes.
around the world.
Shall we move on to the next one? Get
No
through
one else
them
got anything to say about
No.
Sakamoto? Can we talk?
No.
Another 10 minutes.
We're gonna
I
go
don't-
really slowly.
I don't have anything to say about it because I don't know.
I promise.
Are you gonna
if
watch
you
it?
just read like one chapter, yeah, I'm gonna watch this weekly. Cause,
I'm gonna watch it.
each episode is pretty much a set story, so it's gonna be maybe episodic, I guess you could say.
Hopefully it's not like Meganeibu.
No, fuck.
I feel like I needed to bring
Studio
up Meganeibu
D.
for some reason. Anyway, moving on from
Looks like we made it.
Sakamoto, we made it. We Shonen made it.
Yay! Ooh.
So the next show that we're going to be talking about is Shonen Maid. Who wants to read the synopsis to this one?
You do.
Okay,
It's about time.
Who put it on the list?
I put it on the list.
You put it on the list.
Right. The manga revolves around Chihiro Kumiya, an energetic elementary school student who is living with his mum.
Oh, I know why you
Chihiro
chose
is very
this.
good at doing housework and chores, and his mother's motto is no work, no food.
Harsh.
After his mother suddenly dies, a man named Madoka Taketora, sorry, it's really small font, who claims to be his uncle, shows up and asks Chihiro to come and live with him. Chihiro initially refuses, but when seeing the horrible, dirty state of Madoka's rich home, he decides to start cleaning it. Then Madoka makes another offer to Chihiro that he comes to live with him, but in exchange Chihiro will do the housework. Chihiro accepts this deal, but suddenly finds himself in a maid uniform.
It's Fruits Basket with dresses.
Right. I have to admit, I thought genuinely this show, when I initially put it on the list, was going to be about like a butler cafe where all the butlers dressed as maids, which sounds way better to me.
I was hoping that it was going to be a
It's about
shonen
one
series.
guy who's dressed as a maid.
It's just one shonen who is
It happens to be a maid.
a maid, yeah. I don't know why I put this on the list. It's probably not even worth talking about. I don't know the source material.
The premise is like weird and kind of
The premise
funny
is
and...
so anime, like
Yeah, exactly.
parent dies, you gotta go live with your uncle, but he's gonna make you dress as a maid, probably because he's got a fetish. Way.
Hey.
Wait.
Young men in maid outfits. Ooh. Can't really talk much because I have a photo on my PC of Joey Jones in a maid outfit, and it's probably one of my favourite pictures that I have. So,
Maybe the protagonist is exactly like Joey Jones.
oh, if it is, this is suddenly my favourite show ever. He's not blonde though, so I can't, project.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Let's do some photoshopping.
The director's done things that I've actually watched. Yusuke
The director
Yamamoto.
has worked on Bigata HK,
Watch that.
Yamano Susume,
Watch that.
and Welcome to the NHK, which seems
Watch that.
so...
It's
It's
so
not
out of
like
It's
place.
a bit out of the
this.
left field, isn't it?
Big
Big
HK is about a
Yamano
girl's quest
Susume?
to lose her virginity. Yamano Susume is about girls climbing a mountain, eventually. And Welcome to the NHK is about the psychoses of an out-of-work male.
Yeah, it's a bit of a. It's a broad spectrum of experience.
Yes. You could say this is an
Well,
we'll call it
all-round
that.
director.
You could say the same for the writer as well, because the writer's worked on Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun, like every season of Wusa, and a bunch of Yaoi.
I like how the way you described it is Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun, Wusa, and some yaoi.
That's
Yep.
what's written down here.
There was what's the name? Yoshiko Nakamura. I'll tell you exactly
That's-
what they've done. You give me a moment.
That's their that
Well,
is what's going to be on their
we've got a
epitaph
banter cam while
after
she
they
looks this
pass
up.
away and leave this world. It's going to be like, thank you, Nakamura-san. You gave us Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun, Shonen
Oh, I know.
Maid, Wooster,
On his gravestone.
and some yaoi.
was known
I know
for
why
giving
I
us some
said that.
yaoi.
Because they've not really worked on a bunch of stuff that's like them by themselves. They've just worked on a bunch of episodes. They worked on Gekkan Shoujo no Zaki-kun by themselves. Well, by themselves, in quotation marks. And Major Season 2, in addition to Hiro no Kakura, which is a reverse harem, and Junjo Romantica, and Sekaiichi Hatsukoi.
Oh man.
That's why I put and some yaoi on the list.
Because that's literally what it is.
It is literally. It's right. Before people are like, "Oh my god, that's not yaoi." I know it's Shonen I don't care to change my mind about what yaoi is right now because I don't care. Because every time I say yaoi, someone's like, "It's not yaoi." It's
Funny you say that when we're heading
Shonen
to the
Ai,
next show.
Yeah. All I'm going to say is Shonen I leads to yaoi. Like what they get up to behind closed doors. You may not see it, but it happens, and that in there, that's yaoi.
Well, maybe we will get to see it in the next show, being Super Lovers by Studio Dean.
The PV
I put this on the list.
is the PV to this just looks so creepy at first.
I firmly believe that this is the show where Studio Dean will out Studio Dean themselves.
Is this like the pinnacle moment?
You ready? Here's
I
the
will
synopsis.
leave the synopsis to you.
If you're not worried about the show by the end, you should watch it. Sounds like you'd be into it. A high school boy named Haru. Haru's in the show, baby. And his mother, a living Haru, doesn't have any on-screen parents. A high school boy named Haru and his mother are living overseas. His mother seems a bit strict, orders him to take care of and civilize his adoptive brother Ren, a wild young boy who dislikes talking with other people. While their relationship is adversarial, oh, that's a big word for this doc. While they're arguing at first, they grow closer as they begin to understand one another. Fuck you,
right, I'm watching the PV
adversarial.
for this.
So the PV, yeah, basically, it's the older lad.
It's 2 minutes 40 seconds.
The older lad gets out of a car, yeah, and this little boy is there, and he's like, oh.
Okay.
It's literally a little boy.
Yeah, it is. No, it's okay.
Okay.
Because there's a time skip.
There's a time skip. At the beginning, the little boy is 8 years old, and the older boy is 16. Then after time skip, he's 16, and then the 24.
the 16-year-old is like, oh, when that lad is a little bit older.
Right, I'm skipping through the PV, and it is literally like you're describing it.
It's exactly what it is. That's
Okay.
why.
I hate
I
hate it already.
Can I just read out the background they give to you on the older brother on the My Anime List page for him?
Okay,
It's just
I'm ready.
has a brother complex. That's it. And then there's the show spoilers.
No.
Whereas Ren is a hardworking, honest, straightforward, and trustworthy child who's going to be corrupted by this old man. I'm 24.
You know what
I don't
sucks
love.
is that I already hate this show, but I know for a fact I'm gonna watch it.
Of course you are.
Why?
Of course you are.
You
I hate
reckon?
myself.
Do you think they were just sitting around
Terrible
going, you
feeling.
know what? Boku no Pico's pretty old now. Should have a new one.
Don't watch a show called Super Lovers.
Like, it was a bit of a weird premise at first, where he was like, he's got to civilize his adoptive brother, but then
Probably
like
puts a maid uniform on him
they
too.
showed like that official picture where he is literally 8 years old, and
Yes.
it's fucking weird. Don't show that as your promotional image because it's weird. Oh my god. You need to calm down.
The director's done Fairy Tail and Log Horizon. The writer's done Gekkan no Sho. It's the same person as before.
Yeah, it is the same person as before.
He just does all
So
of...
they've done Gekkan Shoujo no Zaki-kun.
He's just got an
Wusa,
alarm
and
in his
some
office
yaoi.
just like, someone's doing some yaoi. Off I go. I need
My
to
people
write.
need
You
me.
to get paid. But yeah, the director has worked on Fairy Tail and Log Horizon,
It's just
so
like,
it seems
what?
fitting.
It's just completely out of the left field. Oh, Fairy Tail, it's a fantasy adventure shonen series. Log Horizon is a fantasy adventure thing about a video game. Now it's a boy and Harry wants to bum his brother.
Yep. I hate anime. I'm gonna be out next
Yeah, I can
time
see- I can
because
see
I
why
can't
Alan
do this
left,
anymore.
Wasn't
Oh,
it great
God.
when Natsu was 8 years old and Grey was 24 and they started perving on each other in Fairy Tail?
Yeah, man.
Next season, I will be able to confirm for you whether I think this show is actually creepy or really sweet.
You
I'm
can
gonna
tell
guess,
whether we talk about
I'm
any
probably
Studio
gonna think
Dean
it's
shows
really
ever
creepy.
again.
It's gonna be sweet at first, and you're gonna get to about episode 3, and you're gonna be like, oh no.
If it does the thing that fucking Love Stage did, where it was like, oh, this is actually really sweet, like, oh, he's being kind of a little bit sexually assaulted right now.
Just a little
That
bit.
being said,
Just a little bit.
we might get some hate for saying this because currently it has a score of 8.49 on Mal, which is pretty high.
It could be amazing.
Yeah.
It's just the premise of it is fucking weird.
Well, the My Anime
The cover of the
rating
first
system.
manga doesn't have the guy as a little kid. He's like grown up in that one, so I don't know why they went with that for the promotional image of the anime.
All I'm gonna say is the rating system on My Anime List is basically just like throwing darts at a spinning board.
I'll give that one a 4.
Yeah, it's like that one, an 8. What was it?
Yay.
What was it? Oh, it was Elfenlied. Shit.
Hey, Elfin Lead deserves at least a 6.
Yeah, man. I gave apparently the spinning dartboard gave it an 8. So
Yeah.
I don't know what I gave Elfin Lead. Let's find that out instead of talking about...
I watched it a million years ago, so I probably gave it a really high score.
I gave it a 6.
It's got at least one boob in it. It's amazing. I'm 13.
Oh my god. I've just seen how Mal lists Elemental Jade, and it's Eramentor Jarade.
Elemental Gerald.
Jarade. Jarade.
Elementar Gerard. There we
Gerard.
go.
Yeah.
Ah.
Eramentar Gerard.
Shall we move on?
I hate you, my
I love the anime. I love the anime community.
It's great, isn't it? Let's talk about Super Lovers some more. Or we
It's
could not.
Gay
And we could
boys,
talk-
gay boys. He's your brother. Stop putting things in his
His
bum.
adoptive brother. It's got a bit weird.
It's still legally binding. He's still legally his brother, which makes it illegal.
Maybe not in Japan. Maybe.
I don't care. Stop it. Get that away from his bum.
Tumblr's gonna.
Put your trousers back on.
This went
You can
away.
find Cam's channel at youtube.com/user/TenseiTwister.
Watch my latest video. Put his trousers back on. Remix.
Oh, please. Right, the next show that we're going to talk about is not a Studio Dean show, but
Thank
it's
Christ.
by a studio called Silverlink. But it's called Tanaka-kun wa Itsudemo Kedaruge.
Keruge.
Tanaka-kun wa itsumo... Oh, kedaruge. There we go. It
I
even
just started
tripped
reading
me
it
up a
like
bit
it was
there.
an English word.
Now,
Kedaruge.
Abby, you said you were
Tanaka.
going to watch this. You put a tick next to
Tanaka.
it on the list.
Hold on.
Sorry,
I
we're both
want
talking.
to have one more go. Oh, I want to have
Okay.
one more go at saying it. Tanaka-kun wa Itsudemo Kedaruge.
If you just say it without any kind of thought on language whatsoever, it's Tanaka-kun wa itsumo kedaruge.
Kedaruge.
Tanaka-kun.
Kedaruggy.
I did
Itsumo.
put this one on the list, by the way.
You did. And do you have any other Silverlink shows that you might need to watch before you watch this one?
I don't know what you're talking about, Sir Patrick.
Maybe a Bucker and
Okay.
maybe a Test.
I feel like at this point it's a running joke because every time we bring up Silverlink, you're like, "Man, Backer and Test was a really good show. You should watch it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get to it. I'll get
Watch,
to it
like,
eventually."
Gonna get to a stage you
Few
watch it and
episodes.
it's just shit.
So I haven't watched it yet, but Tanaka-kun wa Itsudemo Kedaruge looks
You said it
pretty-
again, kedaruge.
I'm saying it on purpose now.
Okay, it's ironic, so it's fine.
I think the design of it looks really cool, so that's why I put it on my list.
Oh, you
Do
just
you
like
want
the
me to
look
read
of
the
the boy.
synopsis for you?
Yeah, please do.
Alright, Tanaka, who is a high school student, simply is a slacker and does not want to do anything at all. He loves sleeping during classes, prefers not moving to save energy. One day, he meets his classmate, Oka? Hold on, the font's really small.
Ota.
Uta.
Hold on, I'm just
Uta.
zooming in.
Their classmate's an otter? That's amazing.
Right. One day he meets his classmate Otter, who is exactly the opposite. Otter is a energetic leader in class. He becomes friends with Tanaka and tries to make him stop moving. Based on a popular comic from Nozomi Uda.
Nozomi Uda.
Nozomi Uda.
Uda.
Do you know who voices Tanaka to make this perfect, like the perfect
Mamo.
role?
Is it Mamo?
No, it's the guy who voices Kuroko.
Oh, man.
That's Kenoashi. Oh no, Kensho.
Kensho Ono. Kensho Ono.
Yeah, there we go. I nearly got it. I just want to watch this because I think the main character looks really cute. And I'm still after the one Silverlink show that I actually like.
the one you're gonna watch.
Because
the venom in that comment, Pat.
I've been recommending this since the very first video cam. You don't know the pain I've been through.
It's almost
years
like
ago.
Ebby is a backer and she's really testing your patience.
Oh.
I don't really have anything to say about this show though. Like the director did Kokoro Connecting.
The art looks nice. Like
I
the
love
key
Kokoro
visual looks
Connect.
nice.
Kokoro Connect is great.
There you go. You should watch this show.
Hang on a
I'm
second.
definitely gonna watch the show because it's a Silverlink show, and
It's
I
a
like
comedy
giving them
school
a go.
shonen slice of life. Do those things even go together?
Comedy school shonen slice of life. Well, maybe you should watch it and
Maybe
find out.
throw more genres in there and see if it works.
Romance,
Horror, mystery, action bear.
Is bear a genre name?
There is a genre now. But yes, this is going to be a 12-episode show, apparently, based on a web manga with a writer who did a bunch of stuff that I've never seen.
Great.
Yay!
The writer worked on Gravitation, which, if I'm aware, no, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Gravitation, I don't know. Peter 10, which I have on authority, is pretty good. And Gundam Wing.
What?
It's a
What a
Gundam.
mix! Peter 10 and Mobile Suit Gundam Wing.
It's a Gundam. It's a comedy school shonen slice of life.
Yeah.
Mecha, horror, action, mystery, bear.
If there's mecha in it, I'm well down.
I'm gonna watch this one just because it sounds like fun.
Can you imagine like a comedy
Probably gonna
slice
be
of
shit.
life that was like based on a mecha show? So like there's
probably is
there's
one
no
out
there's
there
no fighting or
somewhere.
anything. It's just people dicking around in like the hangars and stuff, talking
There's
about what their
probably one
favourite
somewhere.
drink from the vending machine is. Oh, I like the aloe vera one. It's really refreshing. Oh really? Well, I'm just a fan of plain old water, you know. And then there'll be the really quirky one that's like, yeah, I like water too, but not because I like to drink it. It's just that it's handy if I need to use it in my mech to cool it down. And then I'll be like, oh, Shinji. I don't know why I use Shinji. That's the worst example ever. But you're so quirky. This is why I should be an anime writer.
Yeah, you should move to Japan and
I should.
endeavour to do that because I think I've watched that series.
I'd call it Hangar-san.
Hangar-san.
Hangar-san. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's good. Coming your way.
2017.
Spring of 2017. Right, with that, we're going to move on to the movies. We're gonna start off by talking ab-
Garo!
We're going to start off talking
Dreaming,
about Garo
don't
Divine
give it up,
Flame,
Raikou. I like singing that.
which
Garo,
is
Garo.
something that Cam put on the list. So Cam,
It is
why don't
something
you
that I
go
put
for
on
it?
the list. I'm going to read the synopsis.
Cam, what have you done?
Is it going to be? Is the synopsis going to be a prequel film to the series Garo?
Probably.
Sequel.
It literally is. So, a sequel set 4 years after the TV anime Garo Hono no Kokuin. So
Perfect.
this is a bit of a weird pick, and I kind of picked it because I went, "Oh, wicked Garo," and pressed that. So I've got to make a. I've got a confession to make. I've not actually seen the Garo anime, but
What?
I
You don't
have.
have over your eyes.
But I have seen the original series of the Tokusatsu that the anime is based on,
Okay.
which is why I picked it, because that, like Garo, is the best Tokusatsu that I've ever seen. And I kind of missed the boat with the Garo anime, and I might go back and watch it at some point. But the fact that it's got a film, it's like a sequel film, has made me even more curious to go back and watch the anime, because people have told me that it was good. But I guess in my mind I was like, oh, but is it going to be as good as a tokusatsu? It was really cheesy, but it was quite scary, and there were boobs in it. Because the whole thing of like Garo's shtick when it first started, which was a long time ago, like the first season was way before any of the new stuff that's come out recently. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm a big tokusatsu fan. I don't think either of these two are. Are you?
I know Gaim.
You know a bit of Gaim. You just come round my house and I play you like henshin montages.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know if you've seen any tokusatsu in your time, Pat.
I don't even know what that is.
It's people in suits. Like Power Rangers and Kamen Rider.
I've seen Power Rangers.
Well, that's good enough. So yeah, the whole thing about Garo is it's tokusatsu. So it's like tokusatsu generally are very cheesy. They're for young kids, and the whole idea was it was made for fans, like people who were fans of tokusatsu when they were kids. So it's like more adult themed. It's like horror based. I think it may lend itself better to the anime format than.
Yeah.
You should have had me on for when this first got announced, like the original series got announced. Can I say all this shit then? Can I go back in time, please? But yeah, basically what I wanted to say is I didn't watch the original series, but seeing that it was successful enough to get a sequel film and another series, I believe. Oh, there's like an OVA thing that's this season as well.
Right.
I'm probably going to go back and watch that and watch this because it's piqued my interest and Garo is awesome. And anyone who's watched the anime and hasn't seen the original tokusatsu, please go and watch that because that's badass. It's by Mappa. It's by Studio Mappa.
Everybody loves Studio Mappa, I think.
Yeah.
I like Mappa.
And the writer's really good.
Yeah, the
He's
writer did
worked on,
everything.
Yeah, he's worked on Death Note, Claymore, JoJo's.
Claymore.
Genshiken.
Everything.
Genshiken.
But we're going to move on from Garo. Sorry, Cam, I'm taking it away from you.
Because it's only because you want to talk about this.
You want to talk about it
pretty
too,
much.
though.
I do.
But
a little bit.
everyone wants to talk about this, being Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions.
We've already talked about this one when it was
We
first
talked
announced.
about this January last year.
Wait a minute. Whoa. I'm looking at this key visual, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see a big picture of it.
Mm.
Right,
Still
so
a wicked poster to own.
I'm looking at the key visual, yeah. So you've got Atem in the background facing away because cool guys don't look at explosions. You've got Kaiba, and then the lower right you've got Yugi. You've got little Yugi.
Yep.
Does the guy in the lower left, or does he
Looks like
not?
he's from.
Doesn't he look like Yusei? He looks like Yusei from 5Ds.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he looked because of the blue hair. I thought Dramatical Murder or something.
I was thinking that he looked. No, he doesn't look anything like that character. Never mind.
Bear in mind that were you going to say he looks like what's his name from GX?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
But
There's a guy in GX that looks like
I
him.
misremembered what a character looked like, so I was like, is that Noah from that bit where Kaiba had a brother? But then I realised that they don't look anything like each other, so it's fine.
But yeah, he does. He looks like Yusei. And I know
He does look like Yusei.
I know he probably isn't, but I kind of wish it was because I really liked 5Ds. Yusei was cool.
Yeah, but we've had Bonds Beyond Time already.
And Bonds Beyond Time was the greatest thing ever until it was the greatest thing ever until it came out.
Yeah. Man,
Hate
we
to
were
burst
so
your bubble,
hyped
but
because
his name is Aigami, and he looks like a new character for the film.
It should be Yusei.
But
Maybe
when Bonds Beyond Time is coming out, me and Cam were hype as fuck. Like, we were buying
yeah.
posters, and
I've still
we were
got
like,
mine.
oh man, can't wait. And it just...
yeah, then it came out and it was wank.
It wasn't very good. And that's what I feel like is going to happen with this, because I'm hyping myself up far too much for this film, because every time I get excited for a Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing, I end up not liking it that much.
The difference is, right,
Face it,
this
there aren't
looks
any
like-
good Yu-Gi-Oh! films.
There aren't. No, let's face it. However,
The Pyramid of
at
Light.
least this is...
Don't
Yeah...
talk about the Pyramid of Light.
I'm pretty sure that well, then again, I suppose this probably will as well, but the Pyramid of Light existed solely for marketing reasons. Like,
Yes.
just like, that was it.
Yep.
Like, I don't know, there felt something weird about that film. I don't know about Bonds Beyond Time, that probably
Had a good
was as well.
soundtrack though.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man, the
Sounds like I'm
English
about-
soundtrack to Pyramid of Light was awesome.
Did that have
So good.
Did that have the songs from like the anime series as well, like the original series?
No, that was a different CD. It was the one that had like the Shadow Games song on it. So
Okay, yeah.
it was really good.
I can't get
really,
Pegasus's singing voice out of my head. Whoa,
Welcome,
my
all
honoured guests. Oh man.
But this
Face
film,
down.
just so you know, it's a battle between Kaiba and Yugi, and that seems to be it. In the past, Yami, Yugi, and Kaiba have clashed many times. Yugi Yami, who resides in Yugimoto's body, and Kaiba will have a duel that bets their prides and accepts each other's mutual experience.
What's exciting about this?
That synopsis basically says they have a bit of a Barney, but they respect each other in the end.
The good thing about this one is it's actually a
it's
sequel. Technically.
Yes, this is true. But I remember when we first talked about this, there was only one promo image out that was Kaiba
with
and
the broken
Yugimoto with the broken hand, and Yugimoto where he wasn't wearing the Millennium Puzzle, and I was like, is this a sequel, like after Atem's gone? Like that would be really, really cool. No, it's not. I don't know why he doesn't wear the Millennium Puzzle in that specific promo image. But it got my hopes up far too high.
That doesn't make any sense anyway, because like the Yu-Gi-Oh canon is completely fucked anyway. Because in the end of GX, Yugimoto turns up and he has the puzzle and he transforms into. There's random time bollocks that happens there. Ignore me.
Yeah.
I'm being very silly.
Did he have to give back
I
the
thought-
puzzle? Didn't he get to keep on wearing it as a sweet necklace?
No, he had to put the puzzle in. Spoilers for the end of Yu-Gi-Oh, by the way. He had to put the puzzle back in that like thing where all the Millennium items went, and then everything like
So
collapsed
Yu-Gi-Oh
in
is
on
just
itself.
a really long, just
Didn't get a rad necklace.
museum return artifact.
Yeah, pretty much. Apart from it wasn't a museum, it was a cave.
Yeah,
Then
true.
Atem left, and the cave caved in. But I was excited and hoping that it would be after, the end of the series.
But then
because
it wouldn't be as exciting because Atem wouldn't be in it.
It wouldn't.
And that means
that's
when
true.
it comes out in English, they wouldn't be able to get Dan Green to do the voice. So, you know.
Oh,
Dan Green.
oh,
Real name,
that's
no
what I want.
gimmicks.
I know 4Kids don't do this anymore, and I don't know if they even employ Dan Green anymore, but I would really like it if Dan Green could be Yugi again, because
Yu-Gi-Oh!
some call me Yu-Gi-Oh!
Some call me Yu-Gi-Oh! No, I think that's just you, mate.
Do you reckon Kaiba's gonna win this time?
No.
I'll get
Like,
you,
how
Yu-Gi-Oh!
many times has he won?
That
He
time
won
when
that
his
one
friends
time when he
commit
was going to kill
suicide.
himself. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, unless he's going to threaten to kill himself when good Yugi comes out. Like, no.
Remember when I did this, Yugi?
Oh god, it's so. I'm excited about this film, but I know I shouldn't be because it's going to be literally one really long duel.
Oh
That's
yeah.
going to be it.
It's probably going to be a little bit like Bonds Beyond Time. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be it's going to be like half an hour of setup, then a half-hour duel, and then that's it. It's
Yeah,
over.
pretty much.
I'm just looking forward to them. Oh, do you reckon they're going to use new cards or their old cards?
They'll use new cards because they've got to sell them.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
So there'll be
As
some
long as
form
they
of
use
new.
the Dark Magician.
There'll be a new form of Dark Magician because there always is. There'll
I
probably
summon the Dark Magician, Blue Eyes Red.
there'll be
Sorcerer.
there'll be a new Dark Magician girl.
There is a new Dark Magician girl, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Um,
They've
because-
already announced figures of her.
because Dark Magician Girl. There'll be. Let's see, what else will turn up? Blue Eyes White Dragon. There'll be some sort of new iteration of Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Suggy the Dark Clown.
Blue
will
Eyes
definitely
White
do
Dragon Magician girl.
They'll fuse.
Maybe it'll
Suggy
be
the
like,
Dark
you
Clown
know,
and
the
Blue Eyes
girl
White Dragon?
Maybe it'll be like the girl from the arc where they were all in Egypt. Who,
Oh, and Dark Magician Girl was a person.
yeah, and Blue Eyes was a person as well.
It needs to be. No, it needs to be. I'm telling you, it needs to be more like GX, right? When the actual Jewel monsters played Jewel monsters, and then they could summon themselves. That
Kind
bit.
of a man.
The bit in GX where Jinzo turns up and he just goes, "I'll summon myself," and then just walks forward and becomes corporeal. I shit my whack when I first saw that. I was like 15.
Oh goodness. Anime.
So you can't do that.
I feel like I want to watch GX more than I want to watch
It's
this
so
film.
good. Like on like a complete. like Yu-Gi-Oh, the first series is like really serious in a very silly way. But you know, it takes itself very seriously. GX doesn't do that until like way later on. So the first like 2.5 seasons are just completely wacky, and it's great.
We should have another Yu-Gi-Oh marathon at yours.
We should watch GX.
We only got partway through
sounds-
Battle City.
Yep, and I haven't touched those DVDs since. So it's been a while.
GX is my baby because I was the one who stuck by it.
And I trust your opinion.
It is
And
really
also the
good.
stuff with Yubel sounds really interesting. So
Yeah, well, you mean that when they did Bonds Beyond Time, they just didn't explain for the dub. They were just like, oh yeah, Jaden, he's like bonded with Yubel. That's a thing. Which like is the whole point of season 4, like that.
good job, 4Kids. I'm glad you finished the projects that you started.
Oh no, 5Ds is coming out. Better skip season 4 of GX.
The most
Oh.
important one, probably.
Oh no, Zexal's coming out. Better skip the best bit of 5Ds. They're probably going to do the same thing with Arc V as well.
Probably going to do the same thing with the movie. They'll only dub like 3/4 of it and just leave the rest.
They just
Like
cut,
you said,
cut
How
all
come
the
there
jump for
hasn't
something
been?
dual.
How come there hasn't been a Yu-Gi-Oh GX movie? Like, it
Probably
definitely
because
has.
it wasn't. I don't think it was as popular as the other series.
It had so many
unfortunately.
fucking episodes. How could it not have been?
But
popular?
then again, 5Ds didn't. Did it get? No, it didn't get a film either. Like none of the other series. Have
Well, they got
had-
Bonds Beyond
I
Time,
think
I
it's-
guess.
Well, yeah, but like I don't
I
think.
think it's just because like original Yu-Gi-Oh is so popular because a lot of people are super nostalgic to it.
Yeah.
Whereas by the time that GX was coming out, everyone had like gotten over Yu-Gi-Oh ages ago. So
Well, the Arc V is very good.
I want to watch all of it because I really like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I just haven't got the time to watch like 500 episodes.
The
of
thing I
anime.
like about Arc V is that it kind of the thing that I didn't like about Yu-Gi-Oh! When I first started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! I was big into the card game because I played the game before I watched the anime.
Recently I've bought quite a few of like the old sets of cards, so I've got like 2
So-
copies of the God cards right now.
When I was watching the anime, I was like, that's not how that card works. Like I used to get really pissed off with how they didn't follow the rules. And then GX came out, and GX followed the rules.
Battle City followed the rules
to a
a
point.
bit.
It got a bit better, but it still used a lot of bullshit. GX used a moderate amount of bullshit, just enough that I could like accept. So I was like, okay, all right, I'll accept this level of bullshit for entertainment purposes.
But how come
but
they
they-
didn't multiply the winged Karibo to defeat the Fastmice Relinquish? I mean, come on.
Right,
That's the
well,
way
I like
you
that
do
about
it.
I like that about GX. Right, the thing I like about Arc V is that it just goes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that a game? Oh, we don't care. Let's just do this. Let's just do whatever we want. He summoned a hippo. He's gonna ride the hippo. Who cares? Let's have an action duel.
Oh, I really hope they just release.
It is mental. And then they introduced pendulum summoning, which is basically just pendulum summoning is just, we don't want to dick around sacrificing things or fusing things or whatever. We want this guy to be able to play his best card right now. So we did pendulum summoning, so we can just summon his best
Borrow.
card right now. There you go.
Perfect.
His photon dragon right now. In your face. In your face.
Duel's last 2
Anyway, we'll probably watch this film. We'll probably laugh at it, and it'll be great. It doesn't matter how bad it is. It'll be great. That's the
We
point that I'm
should,
getting at.
when it comes out, we should be like, right, we're going to plan a weekend. We're going to get some snacks.
We'll watch
We're gonna watch it
Because the thing
together.
is, right, we watched Bonds Beyond Time. Bonds Beyond Time was wank, but we still enjoyed it.
Yeah,
You,
I think we
can't,
should do that
you
again.
can't look at me with a straight face and say you didn't enjoy watching that film.
I didn't enjoy watching it by myself, particularly.
No, but with friends.
With friends, great movie.
And that
Highly
bit where the
recommend.
building falls on Pegasus. Oh no!
Grandpa's dead!
Isn't that the one with Pirate Hitler as well?
Pirate Hitler? What?
Pirate Hitler, if you've seen the abridged version of
Oh,
the movie.
I haven't.
You know how they're at like an announcement festival thing and they have people up on stage? And there's one just with like a Hitler moustache and he's wearing a pirate costume. It's a great
Pirate
moment.
Hitler.
That's,
Oh,
that's
man.
terrible. Anyway,
After like
Uh,
gushing
that-
about Yu-Gi-Oh!
after we've talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! For far too long, that's going to be it for this video. So tomorrow you can see part 2 over on Pat's channel, and the day after you will be able to see part 3 on Cam's channel. Because there's so much to talk about this season, and
Yeah.
apparently Cam, who said he probably wouldn't have much to say, has a substantial amount of stuff to say. So.
I got blindsided, alright? There were some things coming out that I didn't realise were coming out this season.
I told you.
I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't listen.
Just trust me, alright?
No.
That's gonna be it for this video. So we will see you guys tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Take care, and we will see you guys.
Thanks for watching.
Bye. Bye.
Ta-da.
Bye. Ta-da.